What's up, everybody? I hope you're having a good start to your day or a good end to your day, depending on where you are. But there's a new beef on the horizon. There's a new feud on the horizon, and that's Donald J. Trump, the sitting president of the United States, and creepy or crazy Joe Biden, or just Joe Biden, excuse me, depending what you think of the guy. So I just want to talk about it real quick. Let's talk about who started it, what's going on, and who would win in a physical fight and in a literal fight, because apparently that's the new feud. Creepy, crazy Joe Biden and, crazy madman Donald Trump. This is the world we live in. Don't get mad at me, folks. I don't write the script. I'm just reporting on it. I'm not the script writer here on planet Earth. I certainly didn't plan this stuff out. I didn't choose the election, and I certainly didn't choose the politicians. However, I definitely will report on it. So, as always, I'm going to post my Instagram link and my donation link. If you would like to support, we're going to wait about a minute or so for people to join the live stream. Let's see if I could pin it. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I got it. All right. Let's wait about a minute for everyone to get in the live stream. Donald J. Trump versus Joe Biden. I'm going to break it down, who started it, who ended it. It's not really ended yet, so we'll see where it ends. But we're gonna jam out to Bob Ross for about a minute or so. My new hit single. It's a smash hit worldwide, so we'll wait about a minute for people to get in the live stream. It's a little more interesting than me just talking in circles. Alright, that's enough for today. That's my hit song, Bob Ross, number one hit single on some charts that don't really exist. So, Donald Trump and Joe Biden are apparently beefing. I had no idea it was a thing. I didn't know Joe Biden was running his little yapper yap. You would think they would just run for president or maybe be quiet, especially if you're someone of Joe Biden's caliber, excuse me. But, these people just keep on talking. They keep on picking fights with Donald Trump. It's almost like there's not video footage of them doing all these things that they pretend they're not doing. It's almost like they think we're so dumb that we don't know who they truly are and that we believe the things they say on the news. It's almost like they ignored the fact that we didn't listen to anything that they said, and Donald J. Trump won presidency because we don't believe anything they say because, they're mostly two-faced hypocritical liars. But the beef started. Let me weigh you in on it before I get you into the savage Donald Trump tweet that he tweeted at 6 o'clock a.m. Of course he's got it. He wake up? Does he check he's so real. He's just like us. He checks his Twitter on his phone, gets really angry at the news, and then instantly just savage tweets right in the morning. It's 4:41 a.m. where I am. People say, Anomaly, do you sleep? Do you sleep? I sleep when I sleep, Do I sleep? Do I not sleep? Am I sleeping now? Do I take naps? Do I, take long hibernations? I don't know. Let's not really talk about it right now. Let's talk about the news, which is the Donald Trump. Can't make this stuff up. Joe Biden beef. So Joe Biden apparently was running his mouth in Miami. He had a big speech saying that Donald Trump is the fattest, ugliest SOB in the room. I don't want to repeat SOB for the kids, but SOB, I think we know what it stands for. I'm reading USA Today. This is hit mainstream media. This is peak mainstream media. They're the best, man. USA Today, CNN, MSNBC, New York Times. Man, good stuff, man. Mainstream media. They're really honest, really accurate, and overall they have no agenda. It's not like they're pushing to destroy the first two amendments or anything under pseudo-liberal communism. That's not happening, so let's just go. Former Vice President Joe Biden may or may not end up running in 2020, but Tuesday's speech in Miami decrying sexual assault found one man in the crosshairs, President Donald Trump. So before we get into what he said, do these people, do they think we're really dumb? That we're not paying attention? That we want to listen to Joe Biden tell us about sexual assault? Do they not understand why they're not winning elections and why they're losing ratings with every single award show? It's like they're out raping everybody. They're the ones that are, basically holding movie roles over people's heads. Be like, oh, if you watch me shower, maybe you'll be in the new Batman. And then they wear all black and put Jimmy Kimmel, who is literally the host of The Man Show. The Man Show was like a very misogynistic show. And I don't say that like, oh, misogyny, he was a man. I'm saying that was Jimmy Kimmel was like a man's man. And I'm not hating on it, but he was like, oh, let's watch women jump on trampolines because that's what a lot of guys do. Guys are weirdos and they're into that type of stuff. But then he goes on stage and he's like, I am the leader in the sexual assault. We're going to stop sexual assault because we're raping everybody. So we're going to tell you how not to rape everybody. So Joe Biden... first of all, before I even get into the Donald Trump, Joe Biden tweets and their back and forth, does Joe Biden think, I'm just curious, does Joe Biden think that there's not video footage of him literally sexually assaulting 10-year-olds? I'm just curious, because I wasn't recording the footage. I'm not making conspiracy theories. I'm not his consultant. I'm not his lawyer. I'm not his team. I didn't tell him to sit in the White House and physically molest 10-year-olds and 12-year-olds on camera. It's not my fault. But does he think there's not video footage of that? Because I would never touch a 10-year-old the way he touched a 10-year-old. I would never touch a 12-year-old the way he touched a 12-year-old. There's video footage of him with his arm here, and then his hand slips down. He's like, what do I got there? And she's like, yo, that's 10 years old. The parents are looking. I'm like, hey, Joe, like maybe you shouldn't, grab my 10-year-old like that. And he's like, oh, it's okay. I'm with Obama. I don't know what's going through his head. And I'm not here to judge. I'm not God, and I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a judge. So it's not my place. I'm just curious. I'm asking the simple question. Does he think that there's not video footage of him sexually molesting 10-year-olds? Maybe he thinks that there isn't. Maybe he thinks that video footage doesn't exist. I don't know. Do they lie to themselves so much that they think that these things aren't out there? Like, maybe no one will know that I'm sexually, grabbing 10-year-olds. And I'm like, how old are you, 25? And she's like, I'm 10. And he's like, well, some guy's going to be real lucky someday when he has sex with you. Or he doesn't say it to that extent, but he's like, some guy's going to be really lucky. And she's like, I'm 10. He's like, what are you, 18, 20, 25? No, 10. And he's like, someone's going to be real lucky. And then he's like, reaching down their shirt. So I'm just curious, before you go to Miami and decry about sexual assault, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misanalyzing this whole thing. See, that's the difference between me and people on the television. I'll admit, I'm not a pundit. I'm not someone that, I have 10 years extensive research of how to lie strategically to people. I'm not that type of person. I'm just keeping it real with you. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Everybody, I'm so sure my conspiracy theory is real and we should start a war with Russia because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Those are the people on television. They're so sure of themselves, even though they're complete liars and complete phonies and complete hypocrites. I'm here telling you, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this analysis is totally wrong. But does he think that there's not video footage of him doing that? Maybe he does. Maybe that footage doesn't exist. I don't know. YouTube search it. Find out for yourself it exists. So apparently now he's the leader against sexual assault, even though he's got the creepiest videos I've ever seen in my entire life, which is hard because Donald Trump is a pretty weird guy too. He definitely said grab him by the, it's not the greatest thing to say if you're president. And I think Trump also said, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. That's a really creepy thing to say, I'm not going to lie, just because I support President Trump and I think he's underrated. That's an incredibly creepy thing to say. But when you're going up against somebody that's touching 10-year-olds, I think you win by default. That's not my fault. It's not Trump's fault. But Joe Biden, apparently he's decrying Trump on sexual assault. He said, a guy who ended up becoming our national leader said, I can grab a woman anywhere she likes it. Joe. As a friend, man, I think you're a cool guy. I think you're one of the, brighter spots in the Democratic Party. There's video footage of you touching 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds, literally grabbing them anywhere that you want. Without their permission, you're grabbing little kids. on video. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't say this, maybe you're the guy, maybe you should be saying this, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. They asked me if I'd like to debate this gentleman, and I said no. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. So this is Joe Biden, ex-vice president. I mean, it's a contest of the babies, ladies and gentlemen, and Donald Trump happens to be the king baby. It's the battle of the madman, and Donald Trump is King Madman. That's just what it is. That's why I like him so much. He's just better than they are. But it's like, he's like, people always ask me if I'd like to debate Donald Trump, and I say no, I want to beat the hell out of him. I mean, who the heck says that? Like, that's so embarrassing. Is that not embarrassing? Am I wrong? Please, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I really don't care. I don't have that much stake in this. Damn, I need some water, but it's all good. It's like me. I always say that I could beat Ben Shapiro in a debate because he lies about certain things, which is fine, and we agree on most, but it's like me being like, oh, I'm going to take him out and beat the hell out of him. I mean, how pathetic are you that you can't even have a debate with somebody and you're admitting as a politician, I'm not even a politician, I'm sitting on my couch. I'm supposed to be the immature one that has a big ego and is like, oh, I'm going to beat the hell out of everybody who disagrees with me. But I'm not. I'm not that type of person. I'm not a moron. I'm not ignorant. I'm not mean. That would be stupid of me if I was like, I'm going to beat the heck out of the Young Turks because they don't agree with me. It's like, no, I want to debate them. I keep telling everybody, I don't want to physically assault anybody. I want to debate somebody because that's how you beat them in an argument. But Joe Biden, king of the Democrats, is saying, I don't want to debate this gentleman. I want to take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him. So he's physically assaulting or physically threatening the president because he doesn't want to debate him? Is this liberal? I don't know. I'm a super hippie person. I'm like, let's just chill and drink water and do yoga and work out and, we'll talk about it. That's who I am. I'm a totally nonviolent person. And Joe Biden, one of the brightest spots in the liberals, he's admitting he doesn't want to debate the president. He wants to beat the hell out of him. I mean, this is embarrassing, folks. And people act like Trump starts all this stuff. Trump is kind of a baby, but he never starts it. He ends it. They start it. He finishes it. I mean, they lob it up, and then he swats it back in their face because they're such losers. I've been in a lot of locker rooms my whole life, Joe Biden said. I'm a pretty damn good athlete. It's like these... This stuff's hilarious. It's like between Trump and all of these, they're like so braggadocious. They have to pat each other on the back so much. I was a good athlete, and I'm a pretty good athlete. Good. Congratulations. Any guy who talked that way usually was the fattest, ugliest SOB in the room. So this is what started the debate. Everybody's going to talk about President Trump's tweet. Oh my God, President Trump's so crazy. Oh my goodness, he tweeted up somebody. That's what the news is going to say. Trump's a madman. Oh my goodness, he tweeted something and I'm so scared. I'm used to politicians who lie to me. I like to be lied to, and I like when they start wars all over the world and kill leaders that are democratically elected, but don't tell me the truth. That's what the media is going to say. But I'm giving you the background story. Joe Biden totally started it. He's super creepy. I never talk about it, to be honest, because I'm not someone to judge. I don't like to judge people. I take no joy in bringing other people down. That's just not the type of person I am. But I'm always the type of person that, I like to defend people. I don't like bullies. And especially when you're on video, like touching 10-year-olds and sexually, literally like assaulting them and being a weirdo. Maybe you shouldn't talk to other people, but I don't know. Maybe you should. And then, so that's all that Joe Biden said. He said Trump's fat, he's ugly, he'd beat him up, he doesn't want to debate him. So embarrassing. People, debate somebody you don't agree with. Don't threaten to punch them. That's what a thug does. That's what a loser does. These are the same people calling other people thugs and hating conservatives and calling the NRA terrorists and blah, blah, blah. You have conservatives, oh, you're thugs, you're thugs. That's what a thug does. They can't even debate because they're such morons, so they're like, I gotta beat you up because I have no agreement. That's what a fascist does. Jesus, Louises. But okay, so that's what Joe Biden said. Apparently, he thought it was a good idea to physically threaten the president, be like, oh, if we were in school, oh, well, if I was in school, if I was in third grade, I'd be beating everyone up because I was a third grader and I was stupid. And that's what you do when you're in third grade. Why are 60 and 70-year-old men acting like third graders? Why am I 20 years old sitting on the couch with a freaking pillow, with another pillow, by the way, very cool, very trendy fashion, everybody loves it. Oh, look at the pillows. But why am I the voice of reason? And why are there 60-year-olds bragging about, oh, if I was in recess in second grade, I'd punch you in the noggin. I mean, it's embarrassing. You guys are like 60, 70 years old. Why in the world are you reminiscing on the younger days when you were a complete moron? Ooh, well, when I was in third grade, I used to put glue on my hand like this, and I used to glue my hand, and then I used to rip the glue off. Ooh, I would do that now if I was in the White House, because that's what I did in second grade. Yeah, didn't we all? Ooh, I cut with the scissors, and they never worked for me because I was lefty, and all the lead got on my hand because, that's what happens when you're a lefty. Oh, who cares? You're 65 years old. You're a politician. Who cares what you would have done in school? Oh, I would have beat him up. Congrats. Way to go. You're a bigger moron than I am, and that's pathetic because I don't even think I'm that smart. But all right, so that's what Joe Biden says. He started the bully. Oh, I'm a 5-year-old, and I would beat Trump up if he made fun of me at recess, whatever. So then Trump tweets out, crazy. You can't make this stuff up, folks. I wish I was making this up. I wish this was a conspiracy theory, but this is the world we live in. And honestly, I love it. I embrace it. I think Trump is the GOAT, greatest of all time. Hate on it if you want. That's just how I feel. People say, who's your favorite president? The madman. The madman in office right now. That's my favorite. All right, so Trump says, crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically. And yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Don't threaten people, Joe. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this is the President of the United States. I'm speechless. I don't even know. I think it's hilarious. I love President Trump. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Just knock down Mount Rushmore, in my personal opinion. Smash it all down. Maybe keep up George Washington if he's up here, but put Trump, Trump, Trump. Get a George Washington, Trump, Trump, Trump. That's what I say. But, I'm not in charge of legislation, and I'm certainly not in charge of construction around Mount Rushmore. But that's what I would do. I would go Trump, 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 George Washington. Just how I feel. Maybe throw, I don't know, John Adams in there. Just like on the side or something. But, I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. And, I mean, it's a weird thing for a president to tweet. But it's like you start it, and Trump's going to end it. Crazy Joe Biden's trying to act like a tough guy. Big facts. Everyone's CNN's going to break it down. It's going to take 50 CNN geniuses to break it down. They're going to be like, this is such a complex Trump tweet that we needed to bring Cambridge Analytica. We needed to bring data analysts. We got Don Lemon. We got Brian Skelter. We brought over Rachel Maddow from MSNBC, and we got 10 ex-intelligence agencies experts to break down this tweet. So, crazy Joe Biden trying to act like a tough guy. This is Trump being a fascist. We need to impeach him now. Like, that's what they're gonna say. But the truth is, I mean, let's analyze it. Crazy Joe Biden's trying to act like a tough guy. That's a big fact. He's trying to act like a tough guy. Is that not a fact? What else is on? I would beat him up outside the school. He's trying to act like a tough guy. Big facts. Actually, he is weak both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for a second time with physical assault. Is he weak mentally and physically? It's debatable. Did he threaten him for a second time with physical assault? He did. It's another big fact, Break it down all you want. Take 50 people. I mean, take all the geniuses that you pay $10 million a year to sit there and just do nothing. They're a bunch of morons. But President Trump says, oh, he's so racist for calling a moron a moron. Whoa, spoiler alert. Wow. Okay, on to the rest of the tweet. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Does he know him? Probably not. So that's a fact. Would he go down fast and hard? I don't know. That's just Trump shit talking, shit posting. It's classic. It's what you do on the internet. Don't threaten people, Joe. I love it. It's like you bring it there, and Trump's got to bring it there. It's like you build a fence, Trump builds a wall. That's what he does. And then people claim, oh, it's racist to build a wall. Just keep a fence. A fence is not racist, but a wall is racist. A fence that doesn't work is great, and a wall is right. I mean, that's what he does. You throw a fence at him, Joe Biden, the man is going to build a wall. That's just who he is. So overall, I would have to say it's incredibly, incredibly childish. It's straight up embarrassing. I wouldn't do this. I think it's pretty pathetic that you have, a top Democrat and the president of the United States reminiscing on childhood days. Like, man, if we were playing wall ball and you got in my space and you hit the ball, I'd punch you in the face. So it's like, Joe Biden started it, completely amateur and borderline pathetic considering all of the video footage of Joe Biden being a complete weirdo. Once again, I don't want to say this stuff. I don't even want to be here saying this because I don't judge. I don't have a gavel. I'm not in the business of judging people or hating people. But if you open your mouth to attack the president of the United States, who I enjoy, and who's doing a good job, better than the phony politicians, it's just the truth, he's being more of a liberal than liberals, I'm going to have to call you out. That's just where I'm at, because you shouldn't be talking about sexual assault, and you certainly shouldn't be physically threatening the President of the United States, and you shouldn't be reminiscing on the locker room days. I'm sorry. Just doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's really all I got. I don't know where this is going to go. Hopefully it ends soon. Hopefully people get justice and actually people get helped, and, we stop the wars, and, we get peace with North Korea, and then we stop selling billions of dollars of weapons to every single country and starting proxy wars all over the world. These are the things that I would like. I would love to see, the middle class and the lower class, helped financially and physically and mentally. These are the things that I want to see. But apparently, they got an agenda to just fight like literally school children. It's really, really sad. It's really, really pathetic. But I wanted to get this out there before the news did, because they're going to make Trump seem like he's crazy, but Joe Biden totally started it. Now I feel like a child on the playground. He started it. He started it. He started it. I mean, you all started it, and me and Donald Trump are going to finish it. That's just how I feel. I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask for Donald Trump to be here, but when you provide this level of incompetency, you have Joe Biden talking about his schoolhouse days when he used to punch kids in the face. I used to punch kids in the face too. I punched 10 kids in the face when I was in 3rd grade and 4th grade because I was, people used to mess with me and I didn't mess around then. But I don't brag. Have you ever heard me brag about that? Oh, I punched kids in the face when I was in 3rd grade and I'd do it again. No, I don't. I want to debate people. But anyway, that's where we're at. And this is why Donald Trump is president. People get mad at me all the time. Oh, Anomaly, how dare you tell the truth and try to unite people and get along with people instead of just being a complete two-faced liar like me. Yeah, I get it. No, it doesn't work like that. But this is why Donald Trump won, because this is who Joe Biden is. Why isn't he going to run for president? Why would he? All his secrets are going to be exposed, and they're already exposed. Oprah doesn't want to run for president because then all her secrets are going to be exposed. She doesn't want them exposed. Donald Trump won president because Joe Biden's weak. Hillary Clinton's weak. She's out. She spent $1.3 billion on social media, and she had 20 times the budget and everything in her pocket. The tech industries, the social media communities, every single thing, every single television station besides Fox News. She had every mainstream media organization working for her, and she's still lost. And she's over in India now saying, "Oh, blame the people, blame Americans. Oh, I hate America. I won where all the rich people are, and all the poor people suck because they didn't vote for me. Oh, well, no, all the people in the industries work for me, but the people in middle America are terrible people because they don't know. People just don't like you because you suck. That's why Trump won. Instead of getting mad at me, why don't you embrace what I'm saying? Go back to the drawing board and draw up a better strategy. I don't know. I didn't ask for President Trump. I didn't ask for the Democrats to be this incompetent. Don't get mad at me. Just go back to the drawing board and make a better strategy. Because if you try to play these childish games and you run rampant and start arming rebels and overthrow leaders and lie to everybody and just basically do the same thing that, George Bush did times 5, that's how you get a Donald Trump. It's not Russia. It's not social media. It's you. And if you keep playing these childish games, Donald Trump's going to win because he's the king child, okay? If I want a child, I got a child. Donald Trump, he's my favorite little child on the playground, and you guys can't compare. Keep pushing Donald Trump. He keeps winning. Winning. That's what he says he's going to do, making things great again. I mean, just don't stoop that low, because Donald Trump's going to keep winning. You got to get a better strategy, because he's good at this stuff, man. He's a good shit talker. He's a great tweeter. For somebody in his 70s, somebody get this guy a medal. Somebody get this guy an award. He's the greatest old man tweeter of all time. I mean, people want to hate on him. Oh, Donald Trump. No, he's the best at social media. He's great. Look at his tweets. The guy's a legend. He's got the greatest tweets ever. I mean, look at his tweets before he ran for president. His tweets are hilarious. He's the best tweeter of all time. He's top 5. Twitter would probably self-implode. The whole company would tank if he wasn't on Twitter. Give him an award. Stop hating on him. Just give him an award. Give him all your money. Give him your party. Give him the Republican Party. Might as well just give him the Democrats at this point, too. If you're going to play these little childhood games, Donald Trump's going to keep winning. I don't know. Maybe get somebody who's likable and it's not a complete moron. But they won't do that. They got articles like, we have a moderate Democrat and we're trying to hunt them out of extinction because God forbid we have a moderate Democrat, we might actually win an election. I don't make this stuff up. This is the stuff they provide for me on my screen, and I sit here on a little square, a little rectangle, or my little square computer, or my little square rectangle, and I read it, and then people get all upset at me like I'm making this stuff up. No, you created it. You put it on my little rectangle, you put it on my big square computer, and then I read it, and then everyone gets upset. I don't make the rules. I'm not writing the script. I'm just reporting on it. And my bet, if I have to bet and go with my instinct, I'm going all in on Donald Trump, and I'm pulling all my chips out of Joe Biden, because creepy Joe Biden is no match for the madman Donald Trump. Those are my personal thoughts. Let me know what you think, but I'm going all in on Madman Donald Trump. He keeps exceeding my expectations. I had very little expectations for him, and he keeps winning, and I'm riding the Trump train into 2020, especially if creepy Joe Biden keeps running his trap. That's how I feel. Thank you guys so much for joining. I have my links below. Follow me on Instagram at DreamRare, DreamRare. Check out if you'd like to support my donation link. It allows me to do this because, of course, Facebook and Twitter and Google, they don't want me to exist, and they steal all my money, and they steal everyone's money, and then they delete videos. And then if you go to the UK, it's like, oh, Anomaly tells too much truth. He's not allowed in the UK now. And then I go to Germany, they'd probably arrest me and be like, oh, he didn't lie like us, so we got to arrest him. I don't know. I don't make up these rules. I'm not the king of Europe. If I was, I wouldn't be arresting people and imprisoning people for comedy, but I'm not the king of Europe, and whoever runs Europe, they're clearly not on the same page as me. So, DreamRare on Instagram. On Twitter is Legendary Energy. I'm going to post my email link below. It's free. It takes like 5 seconds to sign up. I'm going to post all my social media links. I don't know. I think that's it. Have a good night, morning. I'll be back later today.